then would be your first semester as a sophomore, and that's a course related to topics in global issues. And then we have a really special course, Honors 202, the spring semester of your sophomore year. It's a service learning course. We actually place you in local agency or nonprofit, hopefully one that is related to some of your academic interests. So if you are interested in becoming a veterinarian, we would place you maybe in the animal shelter. We wouldn't put you in the shelter. We would place you with the animal shelter there. This is more than just spending time helping out the agency. You actually be analyzing the role, the mission of the organization, and prepare a paper on how they're accomplishing their mission. We have a foreign language requirement in the honors program. It's proficiency through the foreign language 202 level, so that's 4 semesters. But if you say place into the 3rd semester, then you would just take 2 semesters more of foreign language. At the upper level, you would take 2 electives, either interdisciplinary electives, or, because we want to encourage you to do these things, counting as one of the electives if you studied abroad for a semester or a summer, or if you did departmental honors, which is a year-long disciplinary thing. So if you are a history major, it would be a in-depth paper working with a faculty member on a topic in history. And then the last course is an honors senior seminar as a junior, senior, and these are interesting courses. Our students actually help pick out the topics for these. So we try to involve our students at every level in our honors program. Here's just some ideas to give you a notion of some of the really interesting courses that we've come up with. So those are the names of the students who are on this year's academic planning committee. And here are some of the topics that they come up with. And we recruit faculty to teach these. And as you can see, these are really unusual and hopefully very interesting courses. And of course, they're chosen by your peers. So oftentimes there's an awful lot of interest in it because they know what their peers would like to take. Another concern that many students have in an honors program is, oh, I want a double major and I want to have a minor and I'm playing on a sports team and I'm going to be very busy. Am I going to have time for an honors program? And we've thought about that issue, and it's an important issue. And I think we've come up with a very good solution. Those 4 honors seminars that I talked about that all the honors students take, they count as the core curriculum, part of the core curriculum for the honors students. So everyone, all the students at the college has to satisfy a core curriculum where they have to take courses in history and arts and science and social science, etc. We allow our honors students to use their seminars as wildcards for that part of the core. And so they can apply it to any one of those sections of the core curriculum, and actually gives honors students a great deal of scheduling flexibility that way. So it's not additional credits in that sense. It's actually an alternative way to satisfy the core curriculum. I want to emphasize, I've talked about courses so far, but honors is actually a lot more than the classes. And we spend a lot of time trying to build a thriving intellectual community, and we do all kinds of interesting things. We have all kinds of dinners throughout the year, and we tend to try to get interesting foods for you too. So we'll get ethnic foods, we'll get Indian food, Chinese food, Middle Eastern food. We also do some nice outings. So the images down at the bottom there are our annual stream cleaning and picnic, and we go out and it usually, knock on wood, it's always been a nice day, and we get our feet wet and help clean up a little stream near the campus. So we're doing some good, we're getting outside and enjoying each other's company, and we have a nice picnic to boot. There are some other perks to the honors program. We have money for field trips for the individual classes, and so the honors freshman seminar class always goes down to Washington to see museums that are related to the content of that class. And there's last year's class. Again, we have, these are all optional, but just a lot of different activities, again, to build our community. And so I took a bunch of students down to the National Zoo. We had a great day walking around there. We have, there's a wonderful trip. You can take a boat tour of the Chesapeake lighthouses. And so you spend the day out on the water and see these really amazing old lighthouses that are still out in the Chesapeake Bay. We do some things on campus, celebrate the holidays, so little pumpkin carving on Halloween and Valentine's Day. We have parties, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not just the classes, it's also a lot of activities. Our big trip usually is to New York City to see a Broadway play, which unfortunately did not work out this spring. So again, lots of activities, some of them just, you know, drop on by. We have Coffee and Donut Mondays. We have a beautiful honors facility. We have a lounge. We're going to be in the new residence hall, and we'll have our lounge there. We'll have an honors seminar room. And so we have, you know, activities just to get people to come by and chat. So we'll have a chili lunch or our Coffee and Donut Mondays, for example. Another thing that I wanted to share with you is we belong to the Maryland Collegiate Honors Conference and the Northeastern Regional Honors Conference, as well as the National Honors Conference, and we take our students to present their work at these conferences. And it's a wonderful opportunity to share the good work and research that you've done with honor students from either around the state or around the region. And there's a nice picture of us at the Baltimore Inner Harbor Hyatt at the last Northeastern Regional Honors Conference. We've been amazingly lucky. In 2018, a Hood Honor student won the 4-year Honor Student of the Year Award, the Maryland Ports Award, and we were just thrilled with that. And then the next year, another Hood Honor student, Maisha Khan, won this very prestigious prize, and we were just absolutely thrilled with that. And then we couldn't believe it hardly, just in February, right before all this stuff hit, we had the Hood three-peat as Michaela Aiken, who's on the left in the image there, won the Maryland Ports Award for the 3rd year in a row for a Hood student. And normally I don't like to put a lot of exclamation points, but I think for a three-peat, it's deserving to have 3 exclamation points there. Toward the end of the year, we have a big celebration and presentation of the departmental honors students. They present their work, and this is really one of the highlights of the academic year. If you navigate to the Hood website, there's the Hood honors pages, and from the Hood honors pages, you can get to little video descriptions from the students of these wonderful projects. And I would encourage you to look at these. These are, as you'll see, from all different departments across campus, reflecting the fact that the honor students, again, come from all the different majors. Again, we'll kind of close with the way we spend most of the year. We have a nice dinner at the end of the year and celebrate everyone's accomplishments. I have my email there, laufer@hood, and my co-director's email there. We would be absolutely delighted to get an email from you if you have any questions about the honors program. We'd be happy to respond to your emails. So I'm going to try to close this here and see if I can get back to the screen here and see if I can answer any questions that anybody might have. So. Nikki, can you, I guess, unmute people, see if they have any questions?
Will do.
Somebody's got to have a question.
Does anyone have a question?
Yes, I just asked something in the group chat. So it said, how is the honors curriculum different for transfer students?
Okay, that's a great question. There's kind of two different possibilities for transfer students. If the transfer student has is coming from a two-year school that has an honors program, and many of them do, and completed that, then you come in as a junior or senior in our honors program, and you would only take those 3 courses and complete the honors program. So we give you full credit for all that work you did as a two-year student. You would take 2 electives or a study abroad or departmental honors, and then one of those honors senior seminars, the 470 courses. If you're coming from a two-year college or somewhere else and you have not completed an honors program, then you take the honors seminars, the 201 and 202 seminars, and then those 3 upper level courses. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
We had another question about room assignments, and yes, you can room with someone who's not in the honors program.
Absolutely. Most honor students are going to be in the same housing situation as all the other students. What else?
Type your questions into the chat. We'll make sure and answer them. Dr. Luffer, do you want to talk a little bit about the new home for the honors program when the new residence hall is complete?
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about that. So we are looking forward to a new home for the honors in the fall. We're building the new residence hall, and I had a tour of it about a month or so ago, and it's coming along really nicely. And on the first floor, we are going to have the honors office where we have our administrative assistant, who is kind of the point of contact for many of our students, and she's a font of knowledge and can answer all kinds of questions. We're going to have an honors lounge. We typically stock that honors lounge with goodies for the students. Just come in and take, and we'll have we'll do our Monday morning coffee and donuts and other kind of small gatherings there. And then another thing I'm really excited about, we also have a dedicated seminar room for our honors classes. And the honors classes are almost all seminar style, usually 10, 12 students. It's often largely discussion based. And so it will be very nice to have this facility that, really kind of makes it convenient and a pleasant place to have that kind of classroom experience. I should say one other thing. I don't like to emphasize this in the PowerPoint, but it's probably an important point. Another bonus of being in the honors program, there's an additional scholarship of $2,000 a year if you are in the honors program for each year. That is what we call a stackable award. It's on top of any other financial aid you would get. So that we hope is kind of like the cherry on the top. We don't want you to join the honors program because of the scholarship. We want you to join it because you're an intellectually curious student who wants to dig into these interdisciplinary courses and help form this community with us. But that's a nice little incentive as well.
Dr. Lawfer, that segues really nicely into our next question about accepting the offer for the honors program. Those of you who have received the scholarship and the letter that you've been invited into the honors program, the way that you accept is basically we assume that you do accept. So when you pay your $350 enrollment deposit, you'll automatically be enrolling into the college as well as the honors program. If you're not interested in joining the honors program, which would be crazy, you would never do that.
Absolutely.
So you would submit your enrollment deposit and let us know. If you didn't, you would have to let us know that you were not interested in the honors program. So our assumption is that you do want to join.
Yeah.
Great questions, guys. What else?
I do have a question about the study abroad. Is that different, or do we have different options as an honor student?
Mm-hmm. So we have a faculty member, Scott Pinsakowski, who is coordinating all the study abroad. Unless the study abroad site itself, there may be some study abroad sites that are specifically looking for honor students, but from our end, no. It would be the same opportunities. The advantage as an honor student is the study abroad would actually count as one of your upper level honors electives.
Okay.
So when it comes to the cost of studying abroad, I know you talked a little bit about how it might cost the same as tuition. Now, if we're a community and we're not paying for room and board, is it going to cost us more to study abroad, or how does that work?
I can address that.
Yeah, thank you.
It all depends on the programs. So some programs may cost a little more. Some programs may cost a lot more. Some programs may end up being less than what your semester at Hood is. It all depends on where you're looking to go. My recommendation is always, Dr. Pinsakowski is our coordinator for study abroad, as Dr. Lawfer said, and I would talk to him sooner than later. So start asking those questions, maybe your first semester on campus, have an idea of the fact that you want to study abroad, and he can help you with where you want to go and what the options are. And then you'll have the time to work with financial aid and sort of see what the cost would be and plan for that.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So Chris asked if he could confirm that he is opting into the honors program. I'll check that for you, Chris, but I'm certain that you are. If you haven't opted out, then you should definitely be in the honors program.
Last chance. Well, I hope to see everyone in the fall. Good luck to everyone getting through all this, and stay well.
All right, everyone, I'm going to send in the chat here hold on. There you go. That is the link for where you'll go next, and it will be for a Hood Hello group. There are 4 different groups that you can choose from. One is for transfers. The other 3 are for first-year students. So pick whichever ones are appropriate for you. If the group that you try to get into is full, then just hop out and try another one. They are, I believe, 1, 2, and 3 are for first years, and 4 is for transfer students. And I really encourage you to do this. It'll be a lot of fun, just a great opportunity to meet your fellow students. So thank you all so much for being here. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget to fill out our survey and get your free t-shirt too. That's on the same webpage, hood.edu/ASD.